What's going on today, people? It's your boy, the Jewish Giraffe, back again with another video. This is just a, I don't exactly know what kind of video this is. I just feel like recording, so I was gonna show over some replays, talk about what's going on the ladder, show some things, you know. So yesterday I was at Legend 3, and I was on a 3-game win streak going into the 4th game when I disconnect and automatically lose that game. And then I had 2 more auto disconnects immediately following that, which ranked me down to Legend 2. So I was pretty upset about that. Immediately after that, I decided to keep playing because I'm feeling it. You know, like, no more disconnects. I faced something along the lines of this deck 3 times in a row from 3 different people and lose to all of them. Just because I was playing Mako and I was doing really bad. I was drawing horribly. And every time they'd get Mausoleum of the Emperor out first, Invader of Darkness out like turn 1, some sort of deck along those lines, but it was terrible. So I don't know if I showed this. I did update my Mako deck a little bit, so it's that. Good stuff now. It was doing really well, but I've been playing a different deck from that. I've been playing this Phoenix deck, and I've been winning maybe about 80 to 90% of the games, which is really good. Every so often I lose. I'm back up to Legend 2. I went down to Legend 1, lost a bunch. And then started getting back into it, started playing with this deck because I finally got my second Phoenix. This deck would probably be better with 3, but I'm not a perfectionist, so whatever. Additionally, I made this deck, which is something I wanted to show off a little bit. It's horrible. This deck sucks. Don't use it. But that being said, it's really funny when it does work, because Archfiend Labyrinth. It's a pretty cool card now that we've got 2 of them thanks to this event. If there was more Archfiend support, like, this would be a lot better. But really, it's just Trans Archfiend, Beast of Talwar. I would have 3 Summon Skulls if I had 3 Summon Skulls, but I only have 1, so Beast of Talwar it is. While it's 100 points less on attack, it does have that nice beefy defense, so it is really good for moving around econs. Dark Mimics because you want to draw, Soul Exchange because it's cool, Double Summon because it's cool, and Super Rush Headlong because that's also cool. You could change around the Super Rush Headlongs for enemy controllers, but I mean, I didn't see any need for it. We got Steer Karibos as well. I played 7 games with this deck and lost 6 times in a row, and then I finally won on the last time I did that. So I have 3 replays I wanted to show. Let me just show that one off real quick. So this deck worked 1 in 7 times. It's really bad, but that doesn't mean it's not fun to use. So yeah, this is from yesterday when I was doing horribly. How's everyone doing? If you're listening to this video, just how you doing? Comment out of context. It doesn't need any context. Just be like, the comment says like good, or, you know, everything's okay. Whatever you want. I hope you guys, whoever's watching this, I hope you enjoy this content. I'm not really so much, I know it's going to sound rude to say I'm not doing it for you, I'm doing it for me, but if you enjoy what I'm doing for me, then by all means, I hope you enjoy as well. So getting out here, we do have 2 Archfiend Labyrinths and 1 Dark Mimic and 1 Sphere Karibo, so not the best setup. So the only reason this deck won, I think, I know spoilers that this one won, but whatever, would I really be showing off a loss? The only reason that I won this one is because we both had terrible starts, I think, because neither of us are going on the offensive. Otherwise, I'd be down a shithole right now. So I decided to flip over the Dark Mimic, see if I can draw into one of my sack things. But no, I do have 2 Dark Mimics, so just going over how it works. You do want to play the Trans Archfiend, go into the Archfiend Labyrinth, use its effect, get rid of one of these Dark Mimics so you can pull up another one. Oh, I think I had a misplay in this deck. Or in this game, I'm not sure, but I do sack another Dark Mimic because I don't need it. It turns out this guy's playing the Churia. He probably has a bunch of tribute things in there. Enemy controllering out, I'm not sure why. Well, he could have enemy controllered when I was actually attacking with Trans Archfiend, but it doesn't really matter. So we have the Dark Mimic out here. He goes for a Soul Exchange right off the bat, taking out one of my Trans Archfiends. Tribute summoning in for this. He fears the Mirror Wall, which is a fair assumption. I don't know. He ends his turn though, so I do get out my Beast of Talwar, and I am able to bring out another. So the way it works is whatever you have out, it's the same number of stars as long as it's an Archfiend monster. So I can bring out a Beast of Talwar, use the effect, and then bring out a Summoned Skull, which is pretty nice. And he goes to the Super Rush Headlong. Luckily, I got one as well, so no problem whatsoever. We're able to take out his guy, and we're able to drop him down to 400 at the end of the turn, assuming he has no Sphere Karibo in hand. He doesn't. I did run into a couple Naturi decks that have been running Sphere Karibo, which I was not really expecting. Other thing. I was thinking after the Worlds, I expected more people to be subbing in, what's the card? That trap card that boosts your attack by 1500. So he brings this out. He's going to attack and kill himself because it's hilarious. Yeah, so this deck is not very good. If you want to try it out, go for it. This is nothing meta breaking. This is nothing even very good. Would not really recommend. So I'm not really sure what this second replay is, but I saved it for a reason. That's all I know. So up against Epic, not very epic if I'm gonna dunk on you in this deck probably, but he's got a Mako Tsunami. I got Paradox Brothers. I think this is the Mythic Depths one. I remember saving a Balance one, but I'm not sure. Let's see if he's balanced for Mythic Depths. Mythic Depths, okay, yeah, because I had this matchup so many times when I'm playing Mako, where I'm up against Phoenix, and it's like really hard to beat Phoenix if you've got Mako. You need all the back row support you can get, and with that Phoenix just popping out, it is not easy. So another thing I learned yesterday, if you don't have any Fire King avatars, or Fire King anything in your deck, and you have a Fire King Island out, you can't destroy a card in your hand. So it doesn't work anymore. So he goes in for the attack. Bad play because I get to destroy my Fire King Island. He goes in for the 1900 attack, but we got that Karibo. We don't fuck around with these threats. So bring him to defense position, and we're gonna be able to bring in our Phoenix. We draw a Goka. I love Goka. This card is so good. Oh, I want to show off a different deck at the end of this as well. My auto duel deck, which is really, really fun. So he destroys that, brings it over. Since it got econ thinged, he's gonna get his, what's it called, token? Yeah. We bring out our Yaksha, I believe, and we just go in for the attack. Yeah, because next turn we can save the Goka in case he has some back row that we're scared of. He sets 2 cards face down plus another one, so he's gonna econ take, so he can destroy our Yaksha, which is totally fine. We're not gonna destroy anything because we want that Goka. Bringing it in, we've got another Fire King Island. Going for this special summon Goka so we can destroy this. And then we're just going to attack because it's free, easy life points. He has the Windstorm though, so anything he sets next turn, just not going to be able to beat it. And there's nothing in his deck that he really has that can take care of this guy. Unless he had like a Super Rush Headlong or, I don't know, or maybe a Metal Morph. But pretty much, I'm the only one I've seen who's run Metal Morph in their, in this deck. So he goes for the Econ take play. It doesn't matter. I can wait this turn out. Going for the Cards of the Soul just to do it. I don't think there's anything in there. If I don't, or if I have less than 4,000 life points, I just like doing it sometimes. If you have 2,000, it's good to pull out the Heavy Knight of the Flame or a Fire King Avatar Yaksha, but it's not always worth it. So sack this, gonna bring out the Fire King, going for the attack, and boom, Mako does not beat this. He does have the Starboy, I do appreciate that. Not a lot of them are running Starboy these days either. I've been seeing, what's that normal card? It's like that 5-star boat thing. I've been seeing that a lot in my counter decks versus Mako. So one more replay I wanted to show off, and then I want to go over 2 other decks. So I've been fiddling around with Gravity Blaster. Don't have all the cards I want for the deck yet, but I am getting there. So I have been fiddling around with non-Gen X with Gravity Blaster. I don't have any replays of it, but it's not as good as I would like. So Gen X, while it is good, I don't have all the cards for it, and I think XYZ for the XZ Dragon Tank, or XZ Tank, whatever it's called. I don't have any of those yet. Oh, let me just talk about this duel actually. I'll get into it at the end of this. Fuck that. This guy's playing Relinquished. What year is it? What month it? It's August 2017. Who the fuck is playing Relinquished still? So I was like, okay, this man's about to lose because I have to beat Relinquished. This is also my rank up game back to Legend 2. Literally had this like 10 minutes ago. So I go in for the normal plays. Card of the Soul, you know how it goes. We're Gokaing this thing out because we don't have a Fire King Island. That's another thing. There's so many little niche plays you can make in this. Summon this, special summon that, bam, 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 everything's good. So he goes in for the Super Rush Headlong, which I don't think was the best play here, because I don't know what his point of view was, but if he had a Relinquished in hand, or if he had a Sonic Bird in hand. His best play was to let me kill this, bring out the Relinquished, take this, and then attack for damage. I think that would have been his better play. Unless he's trying to Relinquish take the Sacred Phoenix, which might not work out depending how things go. But it appears he doesn't have the Sonic Bird, so he goes in for the attack, which, albeit if he didn't have the Sonic Bird, then it's a fine play. So we're going to bring out the Sacred Phoenix of, going in, and the other thing is we got this Wild Tornado. He has the enemy controller, so I'm not going to be able to, or he actually goes for the Tribute Take here play. That's right, because this leads me to believe that he's going to be able to relinquish next turn. He doesn't want me to destroy in any way. I set the Wild Tornado because if he relinquish takes my Phoenix, I can immediately destroy it. And that is where his downfall comes in, because he goes for the Black Illusion Ritual, sacks off one of his Relinquish to pick up another one, and I don't think he knows how it works. Because this deck always runs Wild Tornado. They usually run 3. I only have 1, otherwise I'd be running 3. But I am able to destroy it here, so it's going to be out next turn. We're not going to have to destroy anything because Wild Tornado is off the field. He goes for that nice 0 attack damage. Definitely doing a lot. We're going to take this out here. What does he have back there? He only had a Mirror Wall, so it doesn't even matter. And that is an easy win, easy skin right there. As Relinquish goes down, and Phoenix showing up. Why? I think Phoenix is definitely at least a 9 out of 10 deck if you've got a perfect one. I do not have a perfect one. This deck could easily be improved upon. Also ignore that email I got before. I didn't really say anything about it, but ignore it. So what was it? There was just one thing. If you want to get another look at the Archfiend deck, there it is. Could definitely be improved upon. If you have an improvement for it, please leave it down below in the comments. I talked about my Venus deck in the last video. Haven't tried any more with that, but I think I'm going to try a little bit more once I'm probably back. If I get down to Legend 1 again and I stop caring, I might do that. But here is where I'm at for my Gravity Blaster deck. So I'm still fiddling around with it. I've got some pieces here and there that are still missing, of course. But I think once I get 2 more Z Metal tanks, 1 more X-Head, and then the 2 or 3 of the tank cards, definitely going to put those in this deck. I think that's probably going to be optimal because that's all the back row support you need with Sergeant Electro and the tank being able to deal things out. You've got Gravity Blaster boosting every turn. You could theoretically run a 7 completed in this deck and it would be good as well. Not sure on that because I haven't tested it. Probably I'm going to put in a Machina Peacekeeper over Dralago or one of the Sergeant Electros once I get a second one. But I'm still thinking about all that. Probably the next video, or the next Yu-Gi-Oh video I'll say, I will make will probably be these because I'm just funneling all my gems into that now. I'm free to play and everything, so I've maybe spent like $4. I don't plan on spending a bunch of money just so I can get any more of these. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I want to keep my videos short from now on, so like 15 minutes or less. That's ideal because I'm not going to have a ton of time and I want to get into a schedule for this. But yeah, I hope you enjoy. Next video either going to be that or it's going to be a live video. I know this is kind of like a weird deck showcase. But yeah, I hope you enjoy. This is the Jewish Giraffe. See you.